broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the
Wow.
Thank you so much. That was absolutely beautiful. Please give her another hand. And thank you to all of you who came out tonight to stand up and to speak out. This is so heartening to see this. I am so proud to represent people and represent a community that cares about what our country stands for, that cares about democracy, and cares about this president who is running our democracy, running our country into the ground. What's happening in Minnesota and throughout communities across our country is despicable. It's horrible. What happened in Minneapolis is disgusting. 2 American citizens shot and killed for exercising their constitutional rights. That is wrong. That is immoral. It's unethical. It's illegal. It is incomprehensible that this behavior is taking place. And it's so important that Americans across our great country stand up and speak out. Thank you for being those Americans. Thank you for being here tonight. I was so proud last week, before getting on the plane to come home to our wonderful district, to have voted against the ICE funding when it was on the floor of the House. We need to be real loud and real clear that Senate Democrats need to do the same thing. They need to vote no on the funding bill for ICE. That organization needs to be disassembled and put back together in a way that will address the needs of the American people, put back together in a way where it will help keep our communities safe, not make our communities less safe as they're doing now. It's safe to say that Kristi Noem has risen far above her level of incompetency. If you open the dictionary tonight to the Peter Principle, her picture's going to be there. She needs to be gone. She needs to resign. She needs to be fired, or she needs to be impeached. I am very proud that I was one of the first members of Congress to co-author Robin Kelly's bill to impeach Kristi Noem. funding needs to stop. Kristi Noem needs to be impeached. ICE needs to quit wearing those masks. They need to be transparent, open, and honest, just like every other law enforcement person across this country. And they need to wear body cameras. No other law enforcement agency anywhere goes without body cameras, and neither should ICE. They exist to arrest hardened criminals, not to arrest 5-year-old kids, shoot American citizens for exercising their constitutional rights, and they don't exist to disrupt and make unsafe our communities. Thank you for being here in agreement with that. And it's my pleasure to introduce the next speaker, Supervisor Angel Barajas, who agrees that things have to change.
Absolutely. Thank you, Congressman Thompson. Just to say, I'm speaking on behalf as a resident, not as a county board of supervisor. I'm speaking on behalf as a public member just like you. But the congressman is absolutely right. We have to apply pressure to not only our Democrats, but to the senators also in the Republican Party. We have to carry that to our elected officials. And the congressman asked me to come over here, and he said, you know what, Angel, what are you hearing from Yolo County residents? Right? You know what? We are hearing a lot, and you know I'm gonna start maybe letting off a few cuss words over here. Should I? And I'm serious. A lot of folks are saying fuck ICE. They're saying back off. They're saying make sure that our constitutional rights are preserved, especially the First Amendment right, the Second Amendment right, the Fourth Amendment right, and the Fifth Amendment right. We have rights in America, and every resident should make sure that we go out and protest safely and peacefully to ensure that those rights are protected. And let me tell you, a lot of the folks that are being persecuted are not here because they're afraid of ICE, they're afraid of law enforcement, but they do appreciate all of your efforts that day in, day out, that you're in public, you're talking to members of the community, you're doing social media posts, you're educating a lot of folks to say the right things and change minds. Changing minds means changing votes. Changing votes means changing our society in the right direction. Doing good, making sure America is great again for all people and not for a few selected folks. And so again, we have to start holding people accountable. Our elected officials, we have to impeach Kristi Noem. We have Bovino, I guess he's, I don't know, let go or he's coming back to California. We have to hold him accountable. And we actually don't want him here, but I mean, if he comes, he comes, but we don't want him in a leadership position or any position whatsoever, right? And we have to let also our colleagues on the other side of the aisle, the Republicans then. A lot of the Republican friends I have are fed up too. They were in the middle at first. They told me, you know what, let's give it some time. Let's see how this rolls out. Time's up, just like the congressman said, time is up. And we have to now have the discussion with those folks who are already turning. The independents are turning. Everybody's turning in the right direction, which is making sure we hold President Trump and all his cronies accountable. So before I leave, I want to thank everybody who's here today, especially the folks behind me as well, and also Congressman Thompson. He's a champion, a true champion, not only holding those that are accountable and respecting all people. But he's a champion throughout the state of California, and we need elected officials like Mike Thompson. Please follow him on Instagram, Facebook, and walk the walk just like our congressman does. So thank you all for being here today. Next, we have our council member for the city of Woodland, Myra Vega, here today.
Good evening, everybody, and Congressman, thank you so much for organizing this. We have the best congressman there is to have. We should all be very proud. I'm Myra Vega, council member here in the city of Woodland, and I'm going to give my remarks in Spanish. Buenas tardes a todas y a todos. Gracias por estar aquí y por acompañarnos hoy. Estoy aquí no solo como líder local, sino como mamá y como parte de esta comunidad. Estamos aquí porque dos personas perdieron la vida. Alex Pretti, un enfermero, y Renee, una mamá de 3 hijos. Eran personas reales, tenían familias, tenían sueños. Y sus muertes nunca deberían haber pasado. Aquí en Woodland y en el condado de Yolo nos conocemos, nos vemos en la tienda, en la escuela, en los partidos de nuestros hijos, de nuestros parientes. Muchas de nuestras familias son inmigrantes o vienen de familias inmigrantes, y hoy demasiada gente vive con miedo. Miedo que un día normal termine por alguien que aman, no vuelva a casa. Muchos de ustedes saben que yo tengo una niña, Teresa tiene 9 años, y yo le platiqué que iba a venir, y lloró, me pidió que no viniera porque ella tiene miedo que algo me pase a mí, y ella no quiere venir porque ella a sus 9 años ha estado escuchando que inmigración se lleva a los niños. Eso ha sido muy pesado para mí. Nosotros estamos protegidos, tenemos privilegio que muchas familias no tienen, pero no está bien que una niña de 9 años tenga miedo por ella o por sus compañeros. Como mamá, ese miedo me pega muy fuerte. Pienso en lo que se siente preocuparse cada vez que un hijo sale por la puerta. Ninguna mamá, ningún papá debería vivir así. Como líder local, creo algo muy simple. El gobierno debe de proteger a la gente, no lastimarla. Cuando agencias federales actúan sin control, cuando hay abuso, cuando hay muertes y nadie responde, eso es una falla grave de liderazgo. Eso es exactamente lo que estamos viendo hoy en el Departamento de Inmigración. Y ya basta. Estamos aquí para exigir que rindan cuentas. Estamos aquí para aclarar que la vida humana de todos es importante. Y estamos aquí para pedir la destitución de la secretaria Kristi Noem, porque este nivel de abuso y desorden no puede seguir. Bueno, estoy muy agradecida de poder estar aquí. Es un privilegio para mí ser parte de esta comunidad. And I'm really grateful. All of you that are able to be here represent folks that for fear or for other obligations weren't able to be here. Continue to show up, continue to speak up, and let's we got quite the backup there. This is Woodland, this is Yolo County. We're gonna do this together. Let's protect our community. And now I'm introducing Jake Whitaker.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Jake Whitaker. I am the chair of the Yolo County Democratic Party. I'm a proud son of the city of Woodland. And at a time when our country is broken and besieged by injustice, I find myself invigorated by seeing all of you gathered here tonight to stand together against the increasingly brutal immigration tactics being pushed by the Trump administration. So thank you all for showing up. Thank you to our Congressman Mike Thompson for organizing tonight's event. We are here because the Trump administration's immigration enforcement regime is completely out of control. We've seen the headlines. We've seen our constitutional rights being trampled. We've seen intimidation. abuse, and a federal agency that is operating without any accountability or oversight. And we have seen 2 American citizens gunned down by ICE in the streets of Minneapolis. We, the people, are here tonight because we demand accountability. Kristi Noem has got to go. But let's be clear, firing Kristi Noem, that's just the first step. That's just the beginning, because the truth is she's expendable, and they're going to throw her under the bus as soon as it's convenient, right? Keep in mind, the cruelty we're seeing is not accidental. It is the result of deliberate choices being made at the highest levels of this administration. And these choices are driven by extremists like Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller. People who see fear and suffering as political tools to advance their ideological agendas. And Congressman, I'd respectfully add that we take it a step further. We need to demand that Stephen Miller be fired as well. And as we all stand here, we also need to realize these upcoming 2026 elections are absolutely critical. And now is the time, regardless of who you voted for in the last election, for all Americans to come together and stand up against this president's overreach. And when Democrats take back the House in 2026, we must use that congressional oversight power to investigate ICE's abuses and hold this administration accountable. The future of our country depends on that. And let me also say that we are incredibly fortunate to have a congressman like Mike Thompson. Because back in 2002, Mike Thompson understood the dangers of unchecked, concentrated federal power long before it was politically salient. He voted against the creation of the Department of Homeland Security back in 2002, and that wasn't just courageous, it was prescient. We need that kind of leadership, now more than ever. And it is imperative that we take back the House in 2026 and empower Democrats to hold Donald Trump accountable. And then when we take back the White House in 2028, we the people must demand that our next president dismantle the Department of Homeland Security and end the use of militarized immigration enforcement in this country. That is the change that we need to ensure that nothing like this ever happens again in our country. But right now, in this pivotal moment, we must stand together in solidarity with our immigrant community to reject Donald Trump's inhumanity and brutality. Because this is about who we are as a country. Whether we believe in the rule of law, in our Constitution, and in the basic dignity of every human being, or whether we allow fear and cruelty to define us. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for refusing to look away from injustice, and thank you for standing up.
Great job. Thank you all very, very much. Great speeches, great commitment, great ethics, great leadership. Thank you all. And thank you to all of you who came out. I want to leave you with just one thought. Earlier this week, I spoke with Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison and asked, what can I do? What will help the most? And they both said, make sure your district speaks up and speaks out. And that's just what you're doing. This is important. These are the voices that will be heard across the country. So thank you all very, very much.